Former LA Fire Chief Kristin Cowley has now filed a lawsuit against the city of Los Angeles, alleging that Mayor Karen Bass orchestrated a misinformation campaign against her. Cowley was removed from her position on February 21st, just 6 weeks after the devastating Eaton and Palisades fires.
Well, Bass says she demoted Cowley for failing to inform her about the severity of the fires, but Cowley says Bass was covering up her role in understaffing the department, which resulted from budget cuts. Joining us now, attorney Rachel Fiset for a closer look at what's at stake here. And Rachel, what do you make of what we see playing out here?
Information. I am excited about, if this plays out, the amount of information that will get to the public. So former Fire Chief Cowley is seeking to clear her name and basically absolve herself from the accusations that Mayor Bass has made against her and her role in the spread of the Palisades fire. And in return, Cowley is alleging that Mayor Bass is retaliating against her and scapegoating her and saying lies. So this is where we are in a legal claim. It is a claim noticing the city that there will be a lawsuit. And if there is a lawsuit, the only way to get there is through knowing all of what happened in the city's response to the fire.
So Cowley's attorneys are alleging that Mayor Bass, retaliated against her in violation of California's labor laws and also her First Amendment rights. Does she have a case there?
It depends. And again, that's where the information goes forward. And that is, did Cowley do what Mayor Bass is saying she did? And the only way to prove that is that through looking at the emails, looking at the city communications, looking at the witnesses and talking to them about what they saw and heard in the interaction between these two and what went forward at the time of the response. So really, both allegations really center around an investigation. The retaliation allegation is saying that I was retaliated against unfairly for specific behavior that I was doing. And then the defamation is, and they are lying about me. And the defense to defamation and really retaliation is to show the truth of what actually happened. And so now the city will have the burden to show the truth that these were not defamatory statements. This is what happened. And we didn't retaliate. We fired her for good cause.
What's interesting is you say, take a look at the emails and listen to what witnesses say. Do you see this becoming a he said, she said kind of case, or do you think that Cowley has a strong argument?
I think it will be he said, she said, but I also think there will be strong documentation as it relates to the city's response. And I think that's the interesting part for the public. This case, if it goes forward, is so essential to the public, particularly those that were affected by the Palisades fire, because they will finally learn what happened once that fire started. And I think that is just invaluable. And there are thousands of other suits pending as it relates to that information. This is a sensitive area. I think there is a strong chance the city will settle this case because they don't want all of that information coming out in a different court when there are so many other suits filed as it relates to the water in the reservoir and the city's response to the fire. It is dicey, and it has implications far beyond this specific lawsuit.
Yeah, people definitely looking for accountability somewhere.
Right.
And if we get that information, people will then know where to place that. Rachel, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Time right now.